So I've been paying for cloud storage for years now, and one day I just thought, wait, why am I renting storage when I could just own it? Like, what if I just bought a box, filled it with drives, and never paid the subscription again? Sounds simple, right? Well, it is. And it's not. Now, I've been testing this UGREENNAS DH4300 Plus for a few weeks now, and it definitely surprised me. Let's see if it's actually worth it. And I'm going to show you the real deal, how it actually performs in day-to-day use, whether the AI photo stuff is as good as they claim, what surprised me, what might frustrate you, and most importantly, whether it is actually worth your money or you're better off just sticking with iCloud or Google Photos. By the end of this, you'll know exactly if this thing is for you. Here's where I probably should mention something before we continue. Now, I already reviewed the DXP 4800 Plus from UGREEN a while back, and I'm still using it every single day. Not just for this video, not because they sent it. I actually cancelled my iCloud Plus subscription because of it. Yeah, like seriously, the AI photo album works better than Apple's. Auto backups for iPhone and Android happen automatically. I don't think about it, it just does it. And you can create multiple users for family members. But here's the really cool part for me. If you buy this with someone else, like a roommate or a partner, you can both set it up as administrators, but you can't get into each other's personal files. Only shared folders, so you have full control over your own stuff and they get full control over theirs. You can share what you want, and that's actually genius. So yeah, I'm reviewing this today because I really like their stuff. And this UGREENNAS DH4300 Plus, it's basically the little brother of the one that I use, but it's just more affordable. Now let's just quickly walk through on what you actually get for this. It's a 4-bay NAS, and it will safeguard your data. You can sync and back up your data of your phone, computer, whatever, everything. You have a very clear and good organized photo and video library, and you have remote access. So it doesn't matter if you're at home or out and about, you'll always have access to your files. And the scalable storage capacity is up to 120 terabytes. That's just insane. So here on the side, we can actually see that you can approximately, what they claim is 110 million documents, up to 43,000 movies, and 3.7 million songs. So if you're a gamer like me and you have a lot of games, and especially with Grand Theft Auto, and if you're into that modding area, I make a lot of copies of different mods in the folder. So each folder is already 130 gigabytes, and my PC storage gets filled up pretty fast. You can actually transfer it through here and play from it, or just transfer it back whenever you need it, because it's very quick. So that's basically what you can do with it. Now let's talk ports. Up front, USB-C port. Cool, pretty standard, and on the side you get nothing. But on the back, there's more. An HDMI port and 2 USB-A ports, and these are 5 gigabyte USB ports. That's actually kind of rare. Most budget NAS devices cheap out on USB speeds. Then that HDMI port, an HDMI port on a NAS, I didn't see that coming. Turns out it supports actually 4K at 60 frames per second. So you can plug it directly into the TV or a monitor and use it like a media center. That's pretty crazy. Then there's the Ethernet port, 2.5 gigs, which is good. Not amazing, but it's good. My only issue, only one Ethernet port. No failover, no bonding, so if you're pushing this thing hard with multiple users, that port might bottleneck you, but for most people that's totally fine. Specs time, and I'll keep this as simple as possible. 8-core processor, way more powerful than most NAS devices at this price point. 8 gigs of RAM, double what a lot of competitors give you. And here's the cool part, the operating system runs off its own 32 gigs eMMC storage inside. So it's not eating into your storage drives. And that means faster boot times, faster app loading, and your actual storage stays clean. Most NAS devices don't do this. They run the OS off the same drives where you store your stuff. So this is a pretty nice touch. During my testings, I loaded this up with 4 drives, set it up in RAID, then I just started using it like normal. Backing up photos, streaming 4K movies, accessing files remotely, and honestly, it's smooth. Like smoother than I thought for this price. The app is really easy to use. Scan the QR code, it finds the NAS on your network, you pair it, boom, you're in. The AI photo stuff really impressed me. It automatically sorts photos by faces, locations, objects. I didn't even do anything. It just did it. You can share albums with family using a QR code or a link. No app required for them. That's actually really smart. Set it up with passwords, give them download access or not. Wherever I am with friends, I click on their face in my app and boom. And they're like, whoa, I don't even have these photos. I don't even remember this event. I didn't even know we took photos. How cool is that? Now moving on to streaming, which was solid. I tested 10-bit and 4K files, played them natively through the HDMI port on my TV, worked great, then through Plex media server, didn't stutter, didn't buffer, 4K no problem, 10-bit absolutely no problem. Also tested it on my Zidu media player and my Revolution media player, both works perfectly on it. The mobile app, this is where the magic happens. UGREEN's NAS Sync app is available on iOS and Android. Way better than I expected. When you open it, everything's just laid out clearly. Photos, files, backups, settings, other apps, no weird menus, no hunting around, and the photo experience really shines. You open the Photos tabs and boom, everything is organized. Like I mentioned, faces, places, things, albums, just like Apple Photos or Google Photos, but here's the difference. This is your storage, not Apple's cloud, not Google's cloud, yours. And you can even give it tasks to make real-time backups of your phone, of your PC, to your NAS, or the other way around. Everything's possible. The auto backup, set it up once and just forget it. Every time you take a photo from your iPhone or Android, it automatically backs it up to the NAS in the background. You don't need to do anything. Doesn't matter where you are, home or out and about, it just happens. Now you can also set it up to Wi-Fi only so you're not eating your mobile data. Then when you're out somewhere and want to show someone a photo from 2 years ago, you just open the app and it's there. Instant access, no this photo needs to download first message like you get with iCloud when you run out of space. It's just there. Now let's talk about what I actually like. First, it's super quiet and really quiet. I measured it at idle around 37 to 39 decibels. That's as loud as a whisper. Even under load, it went to 40 decibels. If you place this in your living room or bedroom, you're not going to hear it. Second, power consumption is low. At idle with 4 drives, it pulls about 21 watts. That's less than a light bulb. And under heavy load, 35 watts. Still super low. Third, setup is really easy. I've set up other NAS devices that made me want to throw them out of a window, but this one, plug it in, scan the code, follow the steps, done. Even if you've never used a NAS before, super easy to handle. Fourth, remote access is fast, way faster than I expected. I tested it from my phone while I was out and files loaded almost instantly. No weird lag, no timeout errors, it just worked. And last but not least, my favorite part, the AI photo album is much better than iOS photos. I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. It automatically sorts faces by locations, by scenes, just like iOS does, but then it goes further. It creates baby growth album automatically. If you have kids, I can see my own child with pictures matching from a baby to the current face. iOS doesn't do that. It creates multiple faces because it can't match them all together. This AI album does. You can share entire albums with family just using the QR code and passwords. They don't even need the app, just scan it and boom. With iOS, you're stuck in Apple's ecosystem. Everyone needs iCloud or you need to give them the link and access, blah, 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 blah. Woof. Everyone needs to accept invites. It's the whole thing. This just works. But let's talk about the things that you should also consider. First, now if you're using this in a busy household with multiple people accessing at the same exact time, that 2.5 gig port might get overwhelmed. Really depends on what kind of files, multiple movies at the same time might struggle. Second, the software is good, but missing a dedicated app for IP cameras like with Synology. More and more apps are getting added, so it is getting better, but it's not entirely there yet. You're missing some advanced features. Third, the drive trays are plastic. They feel a little flimsy, but they work fine, but they don't feel premium. Now, let's talk about price. That's the right time for this. Right now, this is priced at 323 euros, normally 430 euros. Check out the US prices in the description. So that is a 25% discount. For the hardware that you're getting, this is actually a solid deal. Now, would I pay this much for it? Honestly, yes, I would. It's currently on discount, so you can check it out. I'll leave all the links for Europe and United States in the description. then it's yours. No more subscriptions, no more you're out of space emails. And if you need a super advanced feature like VMs, this might not be for you, but if you want a simple, reliable, affordable way to back up your files and stream your media, this is an actual good deal. Now, my final thoughts, this thing did surprise me. I went in thinking it's just a simple NAS, nothing special, but the more I used it, the more I appreciated what UGREEN is trying to do here. They're making storage accessible, easy, and affordable. You don't need to spend €1,000, you just plug it in and it works. Now, if this helped you, maybe drop a comment, like, or subscribe. No pressure though. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.